Hello everyone, I'm discussing the question answers of class 6 of the chapter Hearts and Hands. So the first question is, and yes, let me remind you, this is from the Collins book. What tells us that the elegant lady and the young man knew each other? So the answer for this is, the elegant lady and the young man knew each other because she asked him if he recognized old friends. She also spoke about the old crowd in Washington that missed him. I hope my screen is clear as I'm just sharing the PDF. Now, the second question, don't you worry about them, miss. What did the speaker suggest to Miss Fairchild? The speaker suggested that a criminal and a marshal being handcuffed together was a usual part of marshal's duty and that Miss Fairchild need not to worry about it. Now, the third question. I had to do something. Money has a way of taking wings, and you know it takes money to keep in step with our crowd in Washington. What did Easton actually mean? What does it suggest about the crowd in Washington? The third one. Easton actually meant that he had led an extravagant life and wasted all his money and then did whatever he thought fit to gain money. His comment suggested that the crowd in Washington was an extravagant one that had rich people who loved to spend money thoughtlessly. Now, the next question, fourth question. My butterfly days are over, I fear. What did Miss Fairchild think the man was talking about? So, here is the answer. The fourth one, Miss Fairchild thought that Easton was saying that since he was a knew he Marshall knew he did not have the time anymore for. Kindly excuse me, I'm repeating this answer. This is not new, this is now, NOW now. Miss Fairchild thought that Easton was saying that since he was a marshal now, he did not have the time anymore for enjoying his life in the West as he used to do. Now let us discuss the second part of the question answer, that is based on thinking skills. So that is think and answer questions. Okay, so think and answer the questions. The first question is, what did the elegant lady presume about the two men who were also traveling to Denver? What made her to do so? So here is your answer. The elegant lady presumed that of the two men traveling to Denver, Easton was the marshal and the other man was the criminal. She believed so because she judged them by their appearances. While Easton was handsome and had a bold expression and manner, the other man was ruffled, glum faced, heavily built, and roughly dressed. Besides, Miss Fairchild knew Easton as an old friend, but the other man was a stranger to her. If you all have discussed the chapter carefully or if you have read it carefully, then you must be knowing that these were the things which were being discussed and they were having conversation, all the three one. So the next question, the third one, what does the title of the story Hearts and Hands refer to? The title of the story Hearts and Hands refers to two things. Firstly, Miss Fairchild judges both men from her heart. She recognizes Easton as an old friend and judging by his looks and manner. And then, however, another passenger who sees both the men quickly realizes that Easton is the actual criminal because his right hand was handcuffed. Now this question, one passenger on the train realizes that things are not as they seem. Describe the sudden twist at the end of the story, where you actually get to know that who was the actual criminal and who was the actual marshal. So let us see the answer. Throughout the story, the impression one gets is that Easton is the marshal and the other man the criminal. However, the twist at the end of the story is that it is Easton who is the criminal and the other man the marshal. This is so because Easton's right arm has been handcuffed though no officer would handcuff his right arm while linked to a criminal. Now, the fourth one, last question. Goodness is about character, integrity, honesty, kindness, generosity, and moral courage. It is about how we treat other people. Who do you think showed a remarkably good character? The counterfeiter Easton, the Hans, or the Marshal, the symbol of the heart? Why? It was the marshal who showed a remarkably good character by pretending to be the criminal while letting Easton play the part of the officer. He did this so that Miss Fairchild did not know the truth about her old friend, that he had become a criminal. He was being considerate of the young lady's feelings at the cost of his reputation. Yes, exactly. This is what sh- uh, actually shows the kindness or the generosity of the actual marshal, who did not reveal that Mr. Easton was the criminal. Okay, so thank you. Take care, everyone.